Good morning, everybody. This is take two. So we're going to be doing a recycling project today again. And what we're going to be using is newspaper. We're going to need some wire, a glue stick, some clippers. We are going to need a knitting needle or something of its sort. You can even use a shish kebab stick. And then we have, we have company today. We have my sister Maria. Yeah, she's dancing. She really actually thinks that you guys can see her.
Good morning, everybody.
She's outside
Saluti
painting.
from sunny Sicily.
No, today it's not sunny. Oh, the weather is beautiful for me right now. This is actually real spring. Yeah. So we're having actually, nice spring weather, which I love. You can stay in your short sleeves and shorts and not feel cold and not feel hot as well. So getting back to the project, we're going to be recycling newspaper, and we're going to need a wire that's pretty thick. So what I did here was I cut this is about 15 inches. I don't know if you can see that, right? Okay. So I folded it in half down here. This is going to be a bit hard to see because, let me see if I can get my black thingamajigger to put underneath it. So that way you guys can see better. I just had it here yesterday. Oh dear. Yeah, I know, I'm so good at losing things. Here it is. Okay. See if you can see this better like this. Yeah, it's a bit better. Okay, so I divided it in half, and right here, as you can see, is I'm starting to form it, and into a heart shape. So you can go down this way, forming it like that, attaching it. We're going to now, seeing that it's a pretty thick wire, you can help yourself too with some pliers. So I'm just going to turn this a couple of times, and then I'm going to start forming it better, giving it a nice form. And I'm going to help myself with the pliers, so that way we can get a nice tight grip here, and your heart's not going to be falling apart. Now, if you want here, we can cut this excess. And yeah, my sister is here today. She just got here, and she's painting some things outside with the spray paint. Okay, and you're going to need spray paint for this project as well too. Well, you don't have to use spray paint, but I find spray paint much better too. You get much better coverage at the end. Okay, now I'm actually using a heart form, but you guys can use whatever you want. I'm using a heart form is because the original one, I got the idea from that. Maria, where did you get this heart?
Which one?
The one you gave me in the first place.
Jules, I have many hearts. Let me
This
see
one,
it.
the one here that I'm doing the project on.
Oh, lady at where I went to do.
Where you did the fair.
Where I did the fair. She
Oh,
gave it
okay.
to me.
Okay, so there we have our heart form. So we're going to set this aside. And the next thing we got to do now is grab our newspaper and cut it into strips of approximately, sorry about that, 3 or 4 inches wide. So I grabbed a whole newspaper. Okay, this is our Italian newspaper. There's a piece missing in here, and it was folded in half. So I divided the fold, and then I started cutting this way, right? We grab our glue stick, and you guys, this Tombow glue stick is excellent. It's really, really good. Try it. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here, not on the point, just around here. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see that. Okay, so it's just around here, because I don't want my needle getting stuck. And I'm putting my needle right here at the corner, and folding that over like that. Okay? And then I'm just going to start rolling.
Roll it on the river.
Yeah, there she goes. And just keep on rolling. And rolling.
I'll be up your backup music.
Yeah, okay.
For a time, every night and day.
They might take the video off of YouTube, huh?
You don't have to worry.
So we just have to curl it that way. And you will find that you have a side that's bigger than, like, when I'll show it to you when I take it off. I'm not going to be able to get her to shut up, so bear with me. Okay, so that's our little thing done, and you just kind of have to play with it to take it off, because because I did, roll it fairly tight. And there we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to rub my finger over it and make it flat. And this is what I mean about having one side bigger than the other. Okay, so this was where I started, and this is where I ended. Right? So what we're going to do is, I'm not going to show you the whole process of this because I have others ready. So I'm going to get my warped heart here. It didn't come out all that great. But like I said, you could fix it now. You can fix it later as well too. So I'm going to grab my paper tube, and I'm going to put a bit of glue on here at the end, and start here and start wrapping it around. Oops. So I'm going to start wrapping it, and it's not going to hold right away because it is, wire. And you're going to start wrapping this around the whole heart, nice and tight. So, when I'm not going to get her to shut up. So you have to wrap it around really nice and tight. Now I'm just using one single, let's call these tubes. I'm just going to use one single tube right now. And for the reason being is that I attach them as I go along, because you're going to have a really long tube that it's going to have to go in and out of the wire, and it's kind of harder that way to do. So wrapping it nice and tight. You guys get the drift here. As I go on, you're not overlapping this. You're putting them nice and tightly against each other as you're rolling them around. Okay, see that? There we go. Okay, so as I would be going along here, my tube is almost finishing. I'm going to grab the next one that I did and grab the short end. You can put some glue on it if you'd like, but I find you don't really need it, but if you want to secure it better, you can. And you're going to stick it, you're going to open this up right there, and this is going to go into the thing. Nancy's leaving, huh? Okay. There we go. Maria, you know that there was two gray spray paints, huh? One is lighter than the other.
The gray?
There's two gray blah blah. I can't even say that. Gray spray paints.
Okay.
There's two of them. One is darker, one is lighter.
Okay, man, thank you.
So you get this in here, and then you're going to continue rolling it and rolling it and rolling it until you come to the end, and it's going to look like this. Okay. So now for the next step, we're going to grab other rolls, and so you guys got to make a lot of these, fairly a good amount. I would make about 20. 20 might be enough. So I'm going to put the glue on the end, on just one side, and I'm going to wrap it around a couple of times. Okay, you want to wrap it around a couple of times, holding it firmly as well too, just to make sure it's going to stick. You might want to wait a bit just to make sure the glue is nice and dry. You can even use another type of glue. You can use Eileen's if you want to. You don't have to use the glue stick here if you want to make sure that it's going to stick. This is a very good glue. It does stick. But for the reason of the video, I'm going to show you using it a glue stick. So what I'm going to do is, before I start wrapping it around, I'm going to add another strip onto this. And like I said, when we were wrapping it around, you add the strips as you go. The same goes for this as well too. You wrap them around as you go. I don't know why. It just seems so weird. There, I got it a bit closer. Okay, so this is the reason why you want to wait till this dries good here when you've wrapped it around, because you're going to be tugging it nice and tight. And you're just going to start going. You see, that one just went. Here, let me get this. It's a bit fiddly, you guys, but once you get the hang of it, you go pretty fast. Okay. And I'm going to start wrapping it around. Just, you know, any which way you want to do it. And as you can see here, this is the reason why, you know, you want to make sure that your strips are together and the glue is dry. So you're going to keep, you see it keeps on coming apart. So add your strips together and let them dry good. And keep on. Sorry you guys, should have done this before. Okay, I'm going to put some more glue on that. Put it in. It's fairly easy putting the small end into the big end. If your paper's not agreeing with you, you can naturally cut the ends, you know, to make it more even. So yeah, I'm going to add another end to this as well too. So dipping it in my glue first, grabbing the bigger end here. Okay, so this is a perfect example. This end isn't all that great here, so I'm going to cut it. To make it easier for the smaller end to fit in here. And is it working? No, not really. Yeah, like I said, you kind of have to fiddle with them a bit. They're not the easiest things. So yeah, you know what, you guys, I would actually, the problem here is the smaller end too, where the paper is kind of, I would actually, you know what, do a nice big long strip before you start wrapping them around. The first one that I did, it wasn't doing this. It was, you know, it was going pretty smoothly, but naturally because I'm doing a video, it's not going smoothly. Let me get another one here. Yeah, there we go. Get a bigger end. You kind of have to open it a bit, squeezing it open like that. And pushing her in there and holding. I'm going to do another one too while I'm at it. So we got a small end here and we're going to put it in the bigger end here. And hold it down a bit. Okay. Yeah, I would, so you guys, I would definitely add all the strips together first. Add about, I would add about 10 of them together at the beginning. You can always cut it off at the end. And then start putting it around the tube, the heart. See, some of them stick in there nicely. So this is what you're going to have, okay? And you're going to start, like I said, holding it nice and tight and bringing it around. Now, remember, the needle depends on how big your strips are going to be. So, you know, you can get a bigger needle if you want to make bigger strips. And this is coming apart, you guys. So I can't really continue this until the glue dries very well. So you get the drift. You're just going to keep on, you know, going around it until it becomes like this. Okay, let me put the camera back down again. And you're going to get this. Now this has already been spray painted, so it's nice and rigid. And this is the one that was actually bought. My sister bought it. And it was actually done, I think with a varnish, a darker varnish. You could see the newspaper print underneath. We spray painted it. And I'm going to show you how we can decorate this now. So we're going to get a nice piece of lace and some ribbon. Get this here, just so you guys can see what it would look like finished. I think this ribbon lace is too thick, long, sorry. And put it in one of your holes here. Bring it through. The ribbon as well. Okay. And at the end here, you can tie them all in one big knot if you want, right there. You can tie them in a bow as well too if you want. That would mean that you would have to cut them much more longer. And actually, if the bow, you can hide the knot inside the heart if you wanted to, and just have like that dangling. And then we're going to get some flowers, some ivy. Look at these pretty flowers. Glue gun. And scissors. I'm just going to cut the small leaves here at the end of the ivy. Oh dear, that's not cutting. I need my cutters. There we go. Okay, just going to put some of this around here. How come it's not working? It was just working. Did it go off? Oh dear. Sorry, you guys. Okay, I think I got it going there. So I'm just going to stick this down. Don't worry about this showing because I'm going to have flowers covering it. And just start, you know, putting your flowers over it. Oh, might want to get rid of everything that's around you too. don't know what got into this glue gun. Let's take some of these out. That's better. Okay. Now, naturally, you can decorate this as you please. You can have some hanging beads on it as well. And you can put as many flowers if you want, as you want. Just play around with it. And there you go. I love this purple and gray together. You can put more ivy as well, too. Let it hang. And there you got this really cute heart that, you know, can be hung anywhere in the house. And there you go. I wanted to show you another project that I did with newspaper. This I did years and years back. The technique is always that you have to roll the newspaper. And I did this with really big, whatchamacallit, needles, really big knitting needles, to get a bigger roll, because my rolls are that thick, what you see here. So, and then I was just rolling them and created a basket over a bowl, and that's how I got this this shape here. And I could have continued on if I wanted to, but I wanted to stop here just to make it. My kids have this in their room, and they put their change in here and their keys and things like that. And it's pink because it was a pink newspaper. Their sports newspaper is pink here. So there you guys, there you go, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this challenge, and I hope you do it. So everybody have a great day, and until the next time, goodbye.